Welcome back to another YouTube video, and today's video is the first day of my Spanish journal. So basically what I'm gonna try to achieve with this new series is talk about Spanish, my journey with Spanish. So I've been doing Spanish since December of 2024, and February of 2025 I kind of stopped. I got sick and everything and lost momentum, and now it's April and I just resumed like 8 days ago. So far I just want to start with what my goals are with learning this new language. So my goals are to travel more. I want to go to Spanish countries. I want to travel to Spain. I want to travel to mostly Central and South America. So I definitely want to sharpen my Spanish. I've never learned Spanish in high school. I know two languages, that's English and Luganda from Uganda. So those are the only two languages I know. I want to upskill and learn 3. My total that I want to learn is 7, but I'm getting ahead of myself. Kind of want to also like use it for a career, like when I finish getting out of the school, I want to go and be involved in, like, if they say, hey, we need you to go to Central America or whatever because you speak Spanish, I'm your dude. That's kind of also why I want to get into it. So my goal is to get to a like A2 B1 level conversating. My goal is to conversate. I want to start talking. Like, that's my goal. That's it. So I want to know at least 3,000 words around there, and I want to move on to another language. So I'm kind of like getting to that goal. Like, if I get to that goal, I'll move on to another language. If I get to B1 and I take a test and I'm good at B1, then I'm moving on and I'm going to learn another language. But right now, my goal is to know maybe like 3,000 to 4,000 words and able to conversate. I want to be able to go to my Spanish barber and like talk to him in Spanish and be like, yo, give me this, da, 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 and no problem. Because I go to Spanish barber and I don't know how to talk. So there's only one person over there that knows English and he has to translate to him. So I just want to do that. I want to talk more out of like English. I really think I understand English. I get the general concept. I don't think I'm like a C2 mastery, but I think I'm up there, you know? So anyway, I wrote down all my goals for it and what I'm aiming for. So we just said conversation goal. If I can able to speak it, then I can be able to be like, yeah, I know Spanish. But I'm not gonna give myself 6 months. Like, everybody's like, oh my gosh, learn Spanish in 6 months. I think you can definitely learn Spanish in 6 months, but that's like you really put in like 30 hours a day type shit. Like, not 30 hours, but 30 hours in a week, you know? And I'm really trying to like be conservative and just because I have school and everything, but one at a time, you know? So I'm definitely gonna start making these videos more, and like, don't be surprised if one day I come in here and I just start speaking Spanish. Like, I'm trying to like get to that point. So where I'm at right now is I'm on my consonants, and all I do right now is say my vowels, like A, E, O, U, you know, and then ma, me, ni, mo, mu, and then I do that from like A to Z. I know that's not how you say it, but like, you get the point. So I go through the whole alphabet. I do not the consonants, but the consonant blends. So pla, te, ti, to, tu, kla, kle, kli, klo, klu. So I do that. I do need to practice on my R's. Don't get me wrong on that one. I definitely need to practice. But then after there, I do my numbers. Then after there, I try to learn my months days of the year, days of the week, months, and all that stuff. And then I read some short stories. So I read that and all that stuff. So basically why I'm making this video is be prepared. If you see me come on here and write Spanish journal, basically I come on here, talk Spanish, and consistently just keep doing that. I want to definitely like hold myself accountable, do this like once a day or whatever. If I can film it, then I'll film it the next time. Whenever I film it, I'm just like either gonna be updating you guys on where I'm at, what problems I'm running into. I've definitely found Reddit helps. Like if you go on Reddit and you put in like language learning or Spanish or whatever, there's definitely some answers you can like, they have them all. How to learn Spanish, where's the best place to learn Spanish. I've seen people trying to go like to countries and like do exchanges where they teach English and they learn Spanish. I'm not there yet, so I'm just gonna have to do what I do. Usually I wake up in the morning and then I do Spanish and I like just go through my consonants, I go through that alphabet and then read like a little bit of story there. And then in the afternoon too, I try to get in 30 minutes of that, and basically I've done an hour each day. So if this like picks up and everything, I may do even more hours, just put it in, but I just gotta figure out how that goes with school and everything. So if you're interested in that, please subscribe, keep me accountable. Definitely drop more resources in the comment section because I definitely need it. What would be the best way to practice? What's the best way to like get to conversation level? That's my goal. Like my goal is actually these are my two goals right here. Be able to read at like an intermediate level and able to speak at that same level. So I would say like, I would measure it to like high school level. If I'm able to speak at high school level, I feel like I'm good at that point, you know? Because then the real learning comes when you talk to other people and they correct you. And then you're able to like, okay, this thing about like, oh, learn like a baby like that, I don't think that works. Call me whatever, bro, but I think that doesn't work. Because you already were a kid. The only way you can be better, like if you've learned one language, I feel like it's gonna be easier to learn another language because you've already learned it before. But to say you've learned it because you were a kid, those same ways the way you were learning it as a kid, it's not the same way when you're like 20, 23, 25, whatever, you know? I think that's two different things. So you can say maybe you can learn it childlike. If that's what people are talking about, then I can see that, you know? You're mimicking, you're watching stories, you're watching movies, you're on YouTube, maybe that way. You know, you copy sentences, phrases, whatever, and you construct sentences. I feel like also that can help. If you construct sentences, then you're good. You know, the best way you learned was being like failing. You'd be able to like an English. If you've learned English and you've talked before, you've definitely started. Even your mind has told you you started. So then you know, okay, next time I'm not gonna do it. You know, back in middle school, fresh off the boat, I would make mistakes with my English. They would roast you, whatever. Then you knew next time not to do it. You know, either you stayed silent or you're not gonna do it. But I'm rambling. Guys, let me know what you guys think, because this is definitely what I'm aiming for. I do have other languages that I want to learn, but I don't want to get my head on myself. I just want to get this one down, get to a conversating level. Once I can understand how people talk and how to construct sentences, I think I'm good. And then I can move on to another language. But that's all I got for you guys. If you have any resources, put them down in the comments. Like, subscribe, share this video. It really helps. Peace.
Lil' bro finger itching, niggas penny pitching. I ain't even gon' act like I ain't been there, it's just been a minute. They see me out and then salute, nigga, I been lieutenant. Ex bitch tryna spin back, but her subscription ended.